For example, how many people know who Shaquille O'Neal is? Yeah, what sport does he play? Basketball. How big is he? How big? Anybody know? About 6'11". How much does he weigh? Anybody know? About 300 pounds. Okay? Now, his talent is in what sport? Now, let's say Shaq. Huh? Yeah, intimidate, all that. But let me ask you. All of a sudden, Shaq has an epiphany. He comes to a Harv-Eker course, and he decides, I'm going to change my life. And he decides that he wants to be a horse jockey. Everybody see the absurdity here? Now, I use that as an example. Why? I don't care how much of this you got. If you don't have this, he's not designed to be a jockey. Everybody got it? You were all designed to do something or to deliver some message. Not my message, not the person's next to you message, not Harv's message, but what is it that's driving you? As Bucky would say, what is it that is spontaneously arousable in you? Spontaneously arousable in you that you can spontaneously arouse in someone else. Make sense? That's sales, man. It's also transformation. Got it? Yeah. Last one more piece, and then I'm done talking for the day. It's to be up to you guys. Okay? One of the big issues is that what also keeps people from getting results, and one of the things that we work on, it's very much a part of accelerated learning. Well, first of all, who can give me a definition of accelerated learning? We've been throwing this term around a lot. What is it? Going really fast. Okay, good. That's true. No, that's true. Good. Retention is at its peak, but what is accelerated learning? What is this methodology that we're talking about? Whole brain, action-oriented. What else? That's like, how many people realize there's a lot going on here in the room? I mean, in terms of opinions. And that's the problem with accelerated learning. There have been books written on it. Back in early 80s, a fellow by the name of Giorgio Lozanov came up with an idea called super learning. What's it called? He had a claim to fame that he could teach a person be conversational in a foreign language in 24 hours. How many people like that thought? And so he coined this thing, super learning. He had a whole methodology of Suggestopedia, Socratic questioning like I do in front of the room, and all that kind of stuff, and he was able to actually do it. He was actually able to do it from Bulgaria. And so a couple of people, Ostrander and Schroeder, I believe, wrote a book called Super Learning. It was based on the study of what Giorgio Lozanov had put together. And it's taken many iterations beyond that. And there's a lot of books written about it, but nobody's ever come up with a definition. So because nobody's come up with one, I'm just going to make one up. Okay? Everybody okay for our purposes? You okay with that? Yeah. Turn to somebody and say, that's okay. Okay. Okay, accelerated learning is a multisensorial. What is it? Multisensorial methodology. Multisensorial experiential methodology to allow people to learn faster, retain longer, and immediately apply the information. Who can repeat it? Who's got it down? Okay, somebody please stand. Who's got it down? Okay. Yeah, right here. Very good.
It's a multisensorial, experiential methodology to allow people to learn faster, retain longer, and immediately apply information.
Very good. Give her a hand. Well done. Come on, give her a hand. I know it's hard when you got your pen in your hand, okay? All right? Any questions about that? Now, one of the things that, and I also want to, but basically what it does, it drives from here to here. The thing that makes this different, if you notice, if you've done Millionaire Mind and all of those things, is that Harv He gets you there because he tantalizes you with getting better what? Results. Correct? Yes? Yes? But what happens is in the program, what he's working on is your what? Because he knows that if you just focus, I can tell any one of you how to sell. I can tell any one of you how to make money. I can tell any one of you how to invest in real estate. No big deal. But only a handful of you will do it, right? And it's not because I didn't give you the what? The behaviors or what you need to do or even the mindset you need to have. The issue that will undermine you or support you is your what? Does it make sense? Yes. Now, when I first started doing corporate training, the first corporate training gig I got was on a referral, was with Bankers Trust. Now, does anybody know who Bankers Trust was? How many have heard of Deutsche Bank? Yeah. Okay, Bankers Trust became BT Alex Brown and then became Deutsche Bank. So in the days of Bankers Trust, I went in there, actually it was in Toronto, and I put up this flip chart. In the first program, I was given the task of turning a group of floor traders into a team, a championship team. Now, anybody know that that's almost an oxymoron in and of itself? I mean, trying to take floor traders, wild, crazy people and turn them into a team. No, more like herding coyotes. The closest thing they had to a team was taking a carcass and all ripping it apart at the same time, okay? you know what I mean? And we put this up there, and the issue was, so I started learning on cold groups. This is the piece that got them right here. This they understood. This made sense even to the most cold audience, because every athlete knows it's all about what? In order to get your what? Everybody understand what I'm doing here, yes? But the biggest fear that people have along the way is their fear of, we talked about it before, number one fear is what? Yeah, because nobody wants to make a... Where does that conditioning come from? School. Because if you make mistakes, you're considered what? Dumb. You raise your hand, you come up with the wrong answer, what do all the kids do? They're like, they're laughing. Teacher says, you're wrong. You're slowing down the class. Whatever the case might be. And all of a sudden, that little 6-year-old hand, all of a sudden, instead of doing one of these, kind of goes like this, this, like that. How many know what I'm talking about? How many people have kids? Know what I'm talking about? How many people remember it when you were a kid? See, what I'm saying is, and what I'm saying is, this methodology, what we're talking about here, is not so much about what you teach, it's how you teach it that transforms their lives. Because nobody wants to make a what? Mistake.